Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia and I am Assistant Professor Mohammad Aiman Khan, and today I am going to discuss about privatization. So, what is privatization? Post-independence, India had adopted a very conservative economy that made it away from global collaborations and affairs. As time passed, Indian leaders and economists recognized the need to merge with the global economy, and in 1991, India went through some very major economic reforms and major policy changes in their economic ideologies, as there was stagnation and slow growth in the economy. So, let's understand new economic policy of India. So, new economic policy of India was launched in the year 1991 under the leadership of P.V. Narasimha Rao. Dr. Manmohan Singh, who is finance minister in 1991, is considered to be the father of new economic policy, which we already know as NEP of India, and introduced the new economic policy on July 24, 1991. So the main objective behind the launching of new economic policy by the Union Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, let's understand that. Okay, the very first one is to plunge Indian economy into the arena of globalization and to give it a new thrust on market orientation, as well as it intended to bring down the rate of inflation. Also, it intended to move towards a higher economic growth rate and to build sufficient foreign exchange reserves. And also it wanted to achieve economic stabilization and to convert the economy into a market economy by removing all kinds of unnecessary restrictions, and it wanted to permit the international flow of goods, services, capital, human resources or technology without many restrictions, and it wanted to increase the participation of private players in all sectors of the economy, thereby reducing number of sectors for government. So the transfer of ownership, property or businesses from the government to the private sector is termed as privatization. The government ceases to be the owner of the entity or business. So government companies are transformed into private companies through transfer of ownership, disinvestment, delegation. So let's understand transfer of ownership. What is that? So transfer of ownership can be achieved by withdrawal of the government from ownership and manage of public sector companies, or you can say by outright sale of public sector companies. And if we talk about this investment, it can be achieved by selling off parts of the equity of public sector undertaking to the private sector. And when we talk about delegation, we can achieve it by franchising or under lease, where the government keeps the ownership and the responsibility of an enterprise, while private companies handles the daily activities and delivers the product or services. Also, privatization also describes the transaction of a company from being publicly traded to being privately held. This is referred to as corporate privatization. So now let's understand the advantages of privatization. The main advantage of privatization is to generate financial resources for the government in order to regenerate resources through disinvestment of public sector enterprises. As public sector has failed in the optimal use of national resources, so through privatization, many enterprises may lead to success in the optimum use of resources by maintaining efficiency in their process of activities. And public enterprises mostly enjoy the status of monopoly, which can result in inefficient and losses. So privatization creates a situation of competition for enterprises which may lead to improvement in their efficiency. And also privatization reduces the fiscal burden of the state by relieving it of the losses of the public enterprise and reducing the size of the bureaucracy. In other ways, privatization helps to control government monopoly. It helps to attract more resources from the private sector and creates economic democracy by private participation. Privatization also may increase the number of workers and the common man as a shareholder. This will lead to enterprises becoming subject to more public vigilance. And when we talk about the process of privatization, it reduces political interferences by giving more representation to the private sector in the management of public enterprise. So now let's discuss about disadvantages of privatization. It usually through the government want to sell the least profitable enterprises, like those that private sector is not willing to buy at a price acceptable to the government. Next up we discuss like disinvestment tends to increase political opposition from employees which may lose their jobs, from politicians who fear short-term unemployment consequences of liquidization of cost reducing by private owners. And in the developing countries under the developed capital market sometimes makes it difficult for the government to float shares and for individual buyers to finance the large purchase. There has been an excessive regulation and control of the private sector by the government, and the private sectors emerges monopoly and the concentration of economic power in the hands of few businesses, which leads to dominance in terms of capital and assets. They operate on the principle of maximization of the monopoly profits, which may intended be harmful to consumers and society as a whole. And also privatization is not a guarantee of the success of an individual unit. It has been observed that many private sector units make huge losses, like textile, engineering, chemicals, iron and steels are suffering from the problems of the industrial sickness. So these are the advantages of privatization. Thank you.